actions. This text aims to influence the thought or attitudes of others through strong logical arguments. Oke, ada yang tahu nggak bahasa Indonesia nih dari terjemahannya apa? Like persuade or invite readers or listeners. Anyone? Persuade or invite. Dalam bahasa Indonesia itu apa? Ada yang tahu nggak? Persuade or invite. Gak ada yang tahu? Gak ada yang tahu? Oke, persuade itu kayak mempengaruhi, dan invite itu kayak mengajak. Jadi itu kalau dalam ekspresivitas ini bertujuan untuk mengajak atau mempengaruhi seseorang untuk melakukan sesuatu. Jadi misalnya kamu bikin teks kayak tentang manfaat olahraga, orang-orang langsung ini kan kayak terpengaruhi, oh olahraga bagus banget ya, aku jadi pengen olahraga deh. Ngerti? Oke, next slide. Skip aja ya, katanya ada kelas. Oke, yang kedua itu the structure of oratory exposition. Yang pertama itu ada introduction or thesis. In this initial part, you should introduce the topic or issue that will be discussed. The introduction aims to capture the attention of the readers or listeners and make them interested in continuing to read or listen to the text. Oke, artinya itu yang artinya ini adalah introduction atau tesis itu adalah bagian awal dari oratory exposition text. Di sini itu kamu harus memperkenalkan topik atau isu yang bakal kamu bahas. Kayak misalnya tadi kan kita ada ambil contoh manfaat olahraga. Kamu tuh harus memperkenalkan kayak olahraga itu apa sih. Terus yang kedua ada argument. Arguments itu arguments are presented using facts, data, logic, and strong reasoning. Each argument is typically provided in separate paragraphs, with the strongest argument presented in first. Artinya itu, argumen-argumen ini disajikan menggunakan fakta, data, logika, dan alasan kuat. Jadi setiap argumen yang kamu pengen bahas di topik yang pertama itu harus dengan alasan kuat, dari misalnya artikel-artikel yang udah terpercaya atau dari karya ilmiah gitu. Jadi harus benar-benar terpercaya biar orang itu yang baca bakal terpengaruhi gitu dan ingin melakukan apa yang kamu lakukan. Di sini ada pertanyaan kayak yang belum dimengerti. Paham? Ya lanjut. Yang terakhir itu ada recommendation. The final part of the oratory exposition is concluded with recommendation or invitations to the readers. This section argues, urge readers to take action or change their attitudes in line with the state opinion. Bagian terakhir dari teks oratory eksposisi diakhiri dengan rekomendasi atau ajakan kepada pembaca. Bagian ini mendorong pembaca untuk mengambil tindakan atau mengubah sikap mereka sesuai dengan pendapat yang telah disampaikan. Jadi bagian terakhir ini ada rekomendasi. Rekomendasi itu kita learner's perspective. First, ada use abstract nouns. Yang pertama itu ada culture, courage, hope, homicide, advantage, and memory. Ada yang tahu nggak sebelumnya kalau abstract nouns itu apa?
Ini guys yang
Nama
saya Eka bilang, ini guys yang dirasakan tapi tidak bisa dipegang.
Betul. Kalau contohnya itu ada kultur. Kultur itu apa artinya? Ada yang tahu? Iya, budaya. Nah, budaya itu bisa nggak sih? Kayak kita lihat mungkin bisa, tapi lebih ke yang kita rasakan gitu kan budaya. Wah, kenal banget nih budayanya. Terus yang kedua ada courage. Ada yang tahu nih courage apa? Hey, what's your name? Nika. Apa artinya courage? Betul. Oke. Terus yang ketiga itu ada hope. Hope itu apa? Ada yang tahu nggak hope? Harapan. Tahu semua ya. Terus yang keempat itu ada perisai. Apa artinya perisai? Siapa tuh tadi ngomong perisai? Aku kecil banget soalnya. Woi ini, dapat sampai siapa? Daerah. Oke. Terus ada advantage. Ada yang mau nggak advantage itu? Nah, tuh. Kok malu-malu gitu ya soal ini? Oke, kita lanjut kedua. Use action verbs. Ada yang mau nggak action verbs itu? Ya. Kalau dari action itu pasti paling kira kerja, kata kerja. Tapi yang di topik itu, action verbs itu a verb that describes an action such as physical or mental activity performed by the subject of a sentence. Artinya itu, kata kerja menggambarkan suatu tindakan seperti aktivitas fisik atau mental dilakukan oleh objek kalimat. Nah, contohnya itu ada ada yang tahu nggak itu? Yang mirip-mirip action verbs, kalian udah tahu. Terus yang kedua, tell. Apa artinya tell? Ya, betul, memberitahu. Memberitahu itu kan kita melakukan sesuatu kan, yang misalnya sekarang nih aku memberitahu tentang pengertian ini ke kalian. Kamu tahu sesuatu kan? Terus yang ketiga itu ada argue. Ada yang ngerti argue? Ya, betul. Siapa namanya tadi? Rifki, Rifki bagus. Terus implement, ada yang tahu nih implement? Implement.
Menggunakan bukan?
Ya, semacam itu nih. Terus next ketiga, use thinking verbs. Thinking verbs itu ada yang tahu nggak apa? Dari kata thinking, thinking itu. Ya, berpikir. Nah, jadi thinking verb itu adalah a verb that describes the action of thinking about something. Yang artinya kata kerja yang menggambarkan tindakan memikirkan sesuatu. Di sini contohnya itu reflect. Tahu nggak ada arti reflect itu? Anyway, put your hands down. Put your hands down. Ya. Ada yang tahu nggak artinya reflect itu apa? Itu. Kan reflect. Kalau kita lagi ngaca itu ada namanya
cerminan dari kita.
Iya, kayak reflect itu sebenarnya refleksi, iya reflection. Jadi itu kita kayak memikirkan sesuatu gitu, kayak reflection. Ya, betul. Terus yang kedua ada consider. Ada yang tahu arti consider?
Memikirkan ulang.
Ya, memikirkan ulang. Terus yang ketiga itu ada evaluate. Evaluate itu artinya ya evaluasi. Terus yang keempat ada analyze. Kita itu menganalisis. Jadi semua contoh kata di sini itu memikirkan sesuatu kan. Kalau misalnya kita mau analisis, pasti kita mikirin sesuatu dulu dong. Nggak langsung kayak, ini gini ya. Nggak mungkin gitu kan. Nanti. Nah, kita lanjut ke use modal adverbs. Modal adverbs itu adalah an adverbs that modifies a verb to express possibility, obligation, or emphasis. Artinya itu adalah kata keterangan yang memodifikasi kata kerja untuk mengungkapkan kemungkinan, kewajiban, dan
Misalnya saya masak nasi, passive voice-nya nasi dimasak oleh saya.
Ya, betul. Anda bisa nggak artinya ke Inggrisnya? Selain Erik, selain Erik.
Masak.
Oh, Aska. Ayo. Coba Erik ulangin tadi apa nom?
Nasi dimasak oleh saya.
Ya. Berarti rice cooked by Erik. Tuh. Ya, begitu bahasa Inggrisnya. Sampai sini ngerti nggak yang aku jelasin? Serius, nanti mana baru sekali kayak tadi. Serius, bisa. Oke. Sampai di sini aja sih pelajarannya. Cuma aku ingin membahas hereditary text exposition. Benar ngerti kan? Oke. Thank you for today, everyone. Mungkin sampai sini aja aku ngajarinnya. Ya. Jawab? Bisa jawab nggak?
Oke.
Oke, thank you everyone. Bye.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're all doing well today. My name is Maria, and I have an important announcement. So, after learning what hortatory exposition text is, we'll be having a listening test. First, let me explain how it will work. So, I will play an audio, and after that, your job is listen to the audio carefully. And after you listen to the audio carefully, all you have to do is answer the questions based from what you heard. And I will give you this paper to you to answer the questions. Okay? Okay. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Yes. I will play the audio now, so listen carefully, okay?
The importance of taking breaks from social media for improved mental health in today's fast-paced digital age. Social media has become an integral part of our daily lives, connecting with friends, family, and the world at large. However, it is essential to recognize that an excess of anything can be harmful, including social media. This hortatory exposition aims to persuade you to take a break from social media because it can be overwhelmingly detrimental to your mental health. Here are 4 compelling arguments to support this thesis. One of the major drawbacks of social media is a lack of encouragement. Scrolling through perfectly curated profiles can make you feel inadequate, leading to negative self-esteem and self-worth issues. Staying away from social media at times can help you break free from this toxic cycle and foster a healthier self-image. Social media is flooded with the constant amount of information. Whether it's news updates, opinions, or personal stories, the constant influx of data can lead to information overload, causing stress and anxiety. Taking breaks from social media can help reduce this mental state and provide a much-needed mental breather.
The addictive nature
of social media can significantly impact productivity. Constantly checking your feeds and notifications can lead to an overwhelming and reduced efficiency.
By stepping away
from social media, you can regain control of your time, improving your ability to accomplish tasks and goals.
In an era of
oversharing and data breaches, privacy concerns on social media are valid. Fearing for you online can cause stress and anxiety.
By limiting your
social media use, you can
protect
your personal information and enjoy a more peaceful state of mind. In light of these compelling arguments,
it is clear that taking breaks
from social media is essential for maintaining and improving your mental health.
While social media
offers numerous, they can be overwhelmingly detrimental when overused. Reducing your online presence and disconnecting from social media from time to time can help you regain control of your life. Protect yourself mentally and foster healthier relationships with technology.
So let's make a
conscious effort to unplug occasionally and prioritize our mental health above all else.
Okay.
Everyone done
Is
this?
everyone done to play? Yes. Do I have to play the audio for the second time? No. Okay. So, everyone to answer for the question number 1.
Number 1 is connected. The answer number 1 is connecting.
Correct? And who wants to answer for the question number 2? The answer number 2 is social media.
Okay, correct.
Okay, correct. And for question number 3,
Okay, correct.
Okay, correct. And for question number 4. Okay, that's the one.
The answer number 4.
The answer number 4 is repeat. Okay, correct.
Question number
And
5.
question number 5. Asa? The answer number 5 is underwhelming.
Okay.
Okay, correct.
And question
And
number
question
6.
number 6.
Six is
Okay, correct.
Okay, correct. Question number 7. Okay, correct. And question number 8. Okay. The answer number 8 is online.
Okay.
Okay, correct.
Question
And
number
question number 9. Okay, correct. And for the last question, question number 10.
Okay, finish. Go.
Okay, for today's listening test is over. Thank you everyone for participating in today's test, and I hope everyone can get good results. Okay, see you everyone.
Okay, hello everyone. Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Francisca Angelina. You can call me Miss Francisca.
Hi, Miss Francisca. Hi, Miss Francisca.
Okay, today, for the next test, I will do a question for you guys. Okay, before that, I want you to get into groups. Each row will become a group. Jadi, terbaris ini adalah kelompok-kelompoknya. Ya. Nah, di sini ada dua tes. Yang kalian jawab itu hanya satu saja. Nah, yang satunya lagi buat diskusi. Oke? Oke, aku akan begin. Oke guys, kalian bisa berdiskusi bersama kelompoknya masing-masing dan dijawab ya.
Maya, can I borrow your chair? Thank you. Can I borrow your bucket? My best. This question is so easy.
Baiklah, nanti akan dibuka.
No, I'm not. No.
Tapi you do? No.
me what made Arif believe the scam website was a fake?
Nah, di sini tuh kenapa jarinya itu nggak bisa penipuan.
Di sini tuh si Arif yang menjelaskan kan karena dia gini. Ada kok di paragraf berapa?
Oh iya, saya jelasin. Oke, thank you, Miss.
Okay guys, attention please.
Di sini aku mau ngetes reading kalian sebentar. Any partisipan tuh people buat baca reading ini? Oke. Kasih yang lain dulu ya, kasih yang lain dulu. Kasih yang lain dulu. Dua.
Have you seen this article about cyberbullying? No, but I hear a lot about cyberbullying. It is a big issue these days. It's really
Sad how people can be so mean online. Actually, it reminds me of something that happened to
a classmate of ours. Our classmate? What happened then? Well, you remember on her social media, they were hurtful comments about her appearance and her interests. It
I complain. That's not cool. How did you handle it?
saddened by it. She gave our instructor some the facts, and the school counselor and become informed. They assist her reporting to come. I'm glad she's got support from the school. Did it stop after that? Mostly, yes. Clarissa decided not to engage
With the booze and stop her from continuing research. Eventually, they lost interest and moved on. But it did affect her for a while. She grew
more conscious about what she shared online. It's just sad that someone could be so hurtful, especially behind.
Cyberbullying can be so demanding.
It's about the impact it has on people live. We all need to be more aware of our online behavior.
And treat others with kindness and respect. It's a reminder that our words online have the
Real consequences. For sure. And if we ever see something like this happening to someone, we should speak up or help them reach out for support.
You're right. We can all play a part in making the online world a better place.
Exactly. It's up to us to stand against cyberbullying and promote a positive and respectful.
Agreed. Let's spread awareness, encourage our friends to think before they type.
We can make a difference one post at a time.
Okay, give it a applause. Mana dulu nih? Oke, sama-sama aja ya.
Thank you. Angel.
Oke guys, sampai sini aja untuk tes ini.
Kalian sangat luar biasa.
Oke, aku mau berdiri, aku kasih schedule-nya. Thank you everyone.
덜 힘들게 했고 눈물로 살게 했던 미안한 마음에 그런 거야. 하지만